All right, our learning target today. I can ask myself a question about each page of a book to help me understand what that page was about. All right. And this is the question you're going to ask yourself. What was this page mostly about? We're going to try that again today. We'll read a page. We'll think, what was that page mostly about? And here's how you'll know if you can find it. I'll write what each page was mostly about on a sticky note, a think note. So you got your stuff?
Yeah.
You have a pencil?
No. Here, this one.
There you go. All right, and we left off.
I didn't take that mine. So can I tell
All
mine?
right, let me see if Tristan's done his.
I'm done.
Page 8.
I'm done.
Can I
Where's
do
your
mine?
think note?
Oh, I'm on page 10.
We're right here is where we left off.
Can I read mine, please?
Well, before we start, let's go back and review what's been happening, because we haven't read this since yesterday.
You didn't write a word about the freckles.
Flip back to the beginning, Tristan, please. Page 2.
Page 2, 3.
What'd you write about page 2?
I didn't.
Where is yours?
We never wrote about it. You told us about yours.
Oh, I did those two as an example. You're right. So on page 2, I wrote, City Mouse visits the Country Mouse. She thinks she'll like it there. And then on page 3, City Mouse doesn't like the country food. That's the first thing that goes wrong. And then we read page 4, turn the page.
We made those worked
Now
out.
we read about this one. And Tristan, what'd you write?
Country Mouse made her friend a bed and the hay.
So that page was all about her making her a bed.
Yes.
And the next page, Kirsten, what was it about?
City Mouse wanted Country Mouse to come visit because she did not like country bed.
She didn't
The
like the
country.
bed, did she? So she's thinking, you should come and visit me in the city.
It's better
The
there.
bed is really nice. All right, going on page 6, Kirsten,
City Mouse could not sleep at all when she left.
where'd she go?
She went to the city.
Did she go back home?
She went back home
And thinking back on everything we've been writing, why'd she go home?
because of bed and she could not sleep well.
She couldn't sleep, and remember the part
And
at the
the
very
food.
beginning? She didn't like the food, she didn't like the bed. So she got up and went home after she said, come and visit me sometime in the city. All right, and then the next page, page 7, what happened?
I put, well, City M visit, Country M went to go visit City.
And
Well-
did she think she was going to like it there?
Yes.
When she first got there, she saw the big buildings, and she thought, ooh, this could be good. And that's where we left off. Okay, so you both had a chance to read page 8,
Yes.
but you haven't had a chance to write yours yet. So
Can I-
what?
Can I?
Nope, let's give Tristan a minute.
Oh.
Read page 8. Why don't you go ahead and read it again, Kirsten? I'm going to read it.
I did read it.
So you're ready to write down?
Yes.
What's the question you're asking yourself?
What was this page mostly about? I think this page was mostly about the food.
Don't say it.
Well,
We're going to write it down. I'll write what each page was mostly about
I'm
on a
gonna write
sticky.
about the biggest place. Wait, on the other one, can we do the other one?
Not yet.
I know which one. I know what.
I'm glad you're thinking. What is it we're working on, Kirsten?
what the ask myself about the question on each page. Each page I would like to tell me to help me understand what the page is mostly about. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the page mostly about?
Okay, I'm done.
And we write each page.
So what did you write for page 8?
I wrote she had never seen so much food before.
Who's she?
Oh, no, I didn't put that. Seen so much food before. Oh.
It's a bit hard to know who you're talking about unless we put that part down, right? So what could you write? How could you put that a little more clearly?
Country Mouse has not seen so much food before.
I like what you were thinking. Country Mouse has never seen so much food before. How'd you put it?
I put mine. I think this page was mostly about the food.
What about the food?
Oh, I forgot.
Tell me what you think before you write.
Country Mouse, Country Mouse did not like this. City Mouse did not like the country food, so he left to go visit the city.
We learned all that before, but what did we learn on this page? See if you can read it and find the part about the food.
She had never seen so much food before.
So could you put something about that? She's amazed at how much food is at City Mouse's house.
How do you spell never?
It's not like that in the country.
How do you spell never?
I'm looking in the book. She
Never
had never seen so
thanks.
much food before.
What?
I
Where's
was
that?
looking right in the book. Find the part about food.
How to say food?
I like how you're getting it right out of the book. She had never seen so much food before. So far, so good. She's thinking she's
So
gonna
can
like
I
it
write
there.
it in couple, like in bold or like big?
No, I think that's okay.
Okay, I'm done. I'll just read it. 8.
Can I hear yours now?
She never seen so much food before.
So did you write the most important part about that page on a sticky?
Yes.
So you know you're doing really well. And you got it too? All right. Do you have a question?
No.
You ready to do
wait,
the
yes.
next one?
No, I have a question.
Yes.
What did you write?
I wrote, Country Mouse is amazed at how much food she saw at City Mouse's house.
So you wrote it for me, mine. You wrote it for me, mine.
I wrote it like yours. All right. Page 9, read it. Ask yourself the question, what was this page mostly about? And put it on your sticky.
I wrote it.
Oh, I know. Oh, this is a trick one.
Hold on, let us think. Put it down first, and then we'll discuss.
I'm not sure what it is. Can it be on the front? Like, can it be anywhere? You see? Where the part is important?
That's a really good question. You got to read the whole page and figure out which part is the important part. What's the page mostly about? You got to kind of think about all the things it tells you and decide, what's this page telling me about the book? Not yet. Wait a minute. Read yours and make sure that it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
read it.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like very many words.
I know, cause it's like agua. I can't say
Because
it.
it's agua. It's awkward.
No, there's,
What?
I ain't gonna say it.
But it's
Let's
not.
give Kirsten a minute of quiet so
I
she can
don't
think.
know.
Read it one more time.
I still don't know.
Yeah, that's
Will you read it out loud to us?
I have a taste of sugar. Said City Mouse. Oh, I have a taste of sugar. Said City Mouse. Said Country Mouse. Licking her lips. It's so sweet. Try some butter. Said City Mouse. City Mouse said. Oh, said Country Mouse. This is so delicious. The little mouse ate and ate. She felt so lucky. She felt like she was She felt like the luckiest mouse in the whole world. Oh.
What are you thinking?
She felt the
Why did she feel so lucky?
because of the sugar. I had the same thing as you.
Maybe. Write it down and we'll compare.
Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
Before we share our answers, keep going.
Oh.
Not just that she felt lucky, but why she felt so lucky. That's
Because of the sugar. I have to put because of the sugar.
oh, I don't know.
I want to talk a minute about that.
The lucky. World. Because. Go ahead.
All right, Kristen,
Yes.
both of you. My learning target today that I wanted for us to practice was asking ourselves a question after each page to make sure we got what that page was mostly about. The question was, what was this page mostly about? But Kirsten asked me a really good question. She read it and she said, I don't know. How do we know what it's mostly about? That was a really good question.
That's what I said. Well, that's what I was going to say, but you said I couldn't talk.
What were you going to say?
Dad,
Say it.
that's what she, I was going to say it.
What were you going to say? Say it.
What she said.
Say it again.
I forgot now.
She
Alright.
felt she felt like the luckiest mouse in the whole
No,
world because of
that's
the
that
sugar.
Listen, I want to bring something up that we've talked about, but we haven't talked about it in a while. This learning target has to do with reading the page, trying to figure out what it's mostly about, and you couldn't figure it out. You said, how do I know what's the most important thing? And I
Yes.
said, try reading it again. Do you remember we learned about that? Reread when needed. When you read that out loud to me, you said, oh, I get it. You read it again.